Hello and welcome. This is a network-attached storage chassis made by a collaboration of two companies apparently. They are Metalfish+Outpro. The former is a well-known brand within China. I am not sure about the latter. The name of this case is SP4+3. The name is an indication of its capacity. It can hold 4 3.5-inch hard drives and 3 2.5-inch hard drives. While that sounds impressive on paper, realistically, you do not mix those two drives. It's one or the other. But let's look at the internals before diving into that part a bit deeper. Costing $100 with free shipping from AliExpress, this isn't exactly a bad network-attached storage chassis. The problem is that I think there is a better case for the same money. Well, more on that soon as well. The box does a pretty good job explaining the spec, so here it is. But be mindful of the fact that it says it's micro ATX motherboard capable, because that isn't really true. Only those with 2 RAM slots can barely fit. Even then, it's very tight. Therefore, ITX motherboards are strongly recommended. When I said that there was a better case for the same price, I meant this case to your right. That is UE North UE-S6 made by Johnsbow. This smaller case can house 6 3.5-inch hard drives. Its width and length are about the same. The only difference is the height. The SP4+3 is taller only because it can house a SFX power supply. The UE North has to use a Plex power supply. The former is clearly quieter, but a Plex power supply can easily be modified to be dead silent as well. Well, I hope you were enjoying the background jazz for a bit. Anyway, I've installed an ITX motherboard for you to see. The mounting holes, there are only 4 of them. Like I stated earlier, only micro ATX motherboards with 2 RAM slots fit in, again just barely. I also would like to mention that the quality of this case is a little disappointing. I am mainly complaining about paint finishes, which are kind of hard to pick up via camera. UE North case has better finishing than this. The side and top panels are really wobbly as well. Mine came with a little dent in a corner. They need to be a little thicker to withstand a little bit of force. Now, as I inspected the case throughout, the placement of 2.5-inch hard drives concerned me. I will talk about this in more detail soon, but their placement seems odd and unnecessary. What I'm trying to say is that this case could have had 6 3.5-inch hard drives instead of this odd 4+3. Like I said earlier, you do not mix those two for a RAID storage. That is because a pool of hard drives, operate at speed of its slowest drive, in which case would be 2.5-inch hard drives. The speed gap is rather significant unless you are willing to go beyond and source some odd 2.5-inch SAS hard drives. Or this case could have been engineered for Unraid, which makes a bit more sense in such a case. Unraid has a cache pool feature where people often use SSD to sit above its storage pool. However, NVMe SSDs are used for that due to the much faster raw speed. SATA SSDs are barely used for a cache pool. Now, finally, let's talk about the 2.5-inch hard drive placement. This is where they go. You can vertically install 3 hard drives. Do note that you cannot install 3 15mm thick drives. Therefore, it is reasonable to assume that they are expecting you to install SSDs here. However, installing drives here obstructs what would be otherwise smooth cabling. I would advise against install any hard drives in this location. Overall, this is an odd chassis. I want to like it, but I cannot, primarily due to the 4+3 configuration. Again, this case could have had 6 3.5-inch hard drives instead of this. However, doing so would either make this case deeper to accommodate SFX power supply, or they would be forced to use a flex power supply. On the flip side, however, making it a little deeper would allow full micro ATX motherboard compatibility. In my opinion, I believe that they had some sort of self-imposed limitations when designing this case. It looked to me that they were hell-bent on not exceeding a certain size. Were they mindful of the UNorth case? This is my only explanation for the odd configuration. But then someone else might have a genuine need for this. I do not, unfortunately. Thank you for watching.